welcome to your wealthiest timeline. This isn't just content, it's a frequency field. Every video transmits codes of power, remembrance, and divine prosperity. If you're here, you're not here to learn. You're here to lead, to collapse timelines, bend reality, and build your empire through energy. I'm Kaszycki, wealth oracle and guide for leaders who came to live as the vibration of overflow. Let's begin. Welcome to the Clever Ever Show. Going live into this thing that we call life. It is Mercury retrograde, and I just had my taste trying to set this up. So welcome. Let's flow, let's jive, because it's time to remember that you are the whole God-loving beehive. So guess what? I'm going to go deep with you guys today into how you can become the most powerful woman in any room. Because you deserve to be seen to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. So let's have some fun. Let me get comfortable. Okay, let's talk about power, sex, money, power, all the things that we're not meant to talk about, but we're going to do it in this hour. And I'm going to show you how to flower, because you deserve to live a life without any strife and really come into your body. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, maybe you're driving in your car, maybe you are walking on the beach, maybe you are just really truly out of reach, who knows where you are, but just coming into your body, just taking a few moments to really truly settle into this beautiful physical body that you have. Like, how lucky are we? I was talking about this on the Elite Energy Hub call yesterday, like just how lucky we are to really have come this far, remembering that we are the star, main character energy, and let's roll. Okay, so some things I have learned about really tapping into all of this archetype of being the most powerful woman in your physical reality. And what you have to understand is that this really comes down to a deep connection with God, with Source. It's remembering that this physical body is a temple. It's a really potent temple, and when we honor the physical body and we treat it as such, we understand that peace is our baseline, overflow is our baseline, millions are our baseline, life beyond our wildest dreams is just simply our baseline. We don't want anything to corrupt this baseline or cause us to be indebted so that we're pulled away from this life, this baseline. And what I mean by indebted is you want to look at things that are going to corrupt this frequency. So what would corrupt our pure magnetic life force energy? Well, needing validation. So if you are married, impure thoughts around like fantasizing around other men, what you have to understand is that you want to stay, you're choosing one or the other. You don't want to have all of these tabs. I like to call them tabs open, like timelines open. If you're single, you're not needing validation. You don't need to sleep with everybody to be validated. You are your own portal. You are the most sacred thing in your reality. And so it's these really, really, really strong, tight boundaries, remembering that you are a temple, sacredly taking care of, a custodian of this beautiful, clean timeline, this beautiful, clean frequency. And you do not want to allow conditioning, distortions in the field to pull you away from this frequency. So one, you don't need validation. When you become the most powerful woman in your reality, you're walking into life just like, I fucking own the room. If I want to be on, if I want people to talk to me, they can talk to me. If I don't want people to talk to me, I'm going to energetically shut off my energy. So how we do this is usually I will prep before I go into a space. So if I'm going to my wellness club, if I'm going somewhere, I have the luxury of being able to ride my scooter through Bali there, and I can actually tune into the energy of what I would like to be in when I'm about to enter this sacred space. Would I be okay with people talking to me? And then my energy stays open. I'm expanded. I might be singing a little bit louder. I might be like, woo. Or if I've just gone through a massive quantum leap, if I've just been working with Kundalini frequency or doing something and my energy is a bit more fragile because I am a little bit more exhausted, then I want to protect my baseline. So I'm not going to go into the gym with this like open and expanded energy. My energy is going to be a little bit more closed off. I'm still powerful. I'm still magnetic. People are always going to be looking at me because they just do. And you're going to find the same thing in your life as well, because you are an old soul. People naturally gravitate towards old souls. If you've been doing the work, you will notice that you're either very polarizing or you're very, very magnetic, and it's just bringing people into your space. So remembering that when you do not need validation, you're holding this baseline really, really, really beautifully, really, 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 really cleanly. Now, your energy is not for everybody. This is so important. You guard peace like it is a lifeline. I've just taken a few notes because I was channeling this morning as I was riding my scooter, ironically. So you are rooted in absolute sovereignty. You're not available for scraps anymore. Like, you are just not on the timeline where scraps even enter your reality. It's just not a thing. You don't settle for scraps. And this can be with anything. So you really have to redefine your standards wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and you're on this baseline, you're on this potent frequency here. You want to make sure that this frequency is actually stabilizing like an air conditioning unit. You want to make sure that you are keeping the degrees at peace, at love, at truth, at authenticity. Your power isn't coming from this wounding, which is like, oh my God, I need to protect my peace. I'm not at peace. It's like, no. Like, I am the gatekeeper of this potent resource, of this potent frequency. Not everyone gets access to this frequency. I get to choose when people get access to my frequency. I get to choose when I desire to turn up and share what I share. I get to choose what I'm channeling when people energetically exchange money with me. So I'm always choosing who gets access, who doesn't. If you're somebody that goes, I'm going to get back to you, and you don't get back to me, you don't get access to my life because you're out of integrity with who you are. If you lie to yourself, you're lying to me. Like, there's things that guard your field, or there's things that are going to allow people to come in because you have energy leaks. So for instance, if you're making false promises in your life, if you're letting people walk all over you, if someone's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make it, how strong are your boundaries? Are you like, yeah, cool, we're not going to catch up anymore, like that, we're done? Or are you like, oh, I'll just give you one more chance. I understand, one more chance, one more chance, one more chance. Like, you've actually got to go through and energetically clean up and look at where you're giving people access to your field when you know that you shouldn't be. When you are doing something more than conditioning over soul. To become insanely powerful, you have to remember that you want to be operating from a frequency of soul. You don't care what people are doing. You are not worried about likes and followers. You are not worried about whether people like you or they hate you, whether people have opinions on you. Don't give a shit about any of it, because people will. You're polarizing. When you're that powerful, when you understand that you don't need anything from anyone else, it triggers the hell out of people. Of course, they're going to post weird comments on your Facebook, your Instagram. But this is the thing. You move. Oh my gosh, this is the download I had this morning. You move no matter what. Fear is the costume change. So fear is actually when your physical avatar is changing costume. So a lot of people actually aren't ready to go through the fear. They'll never write the book because they're scared that one person will hate it. They'll never do the thing because the fear always comes up. They'll literally listen to my videos for years and they'll never sign up because they're too scared to lose money. Like, whatever it is, people always have fear, but fear is the timeline shift. It's the costume change. It's the avatar stripping off the ego, stripping off the old costume, and allowing the new timeline, the new identity to take place. A powerful woman does not hesitate. She moves without fear. She moves calmly through life. It doesn't mean that fear doesn't come up. It means that she gracefully moves through it, remembering that she is not this physical reality. She is just the consciousness. This avatar is the matter. She doesn't identify with the matter. She understands that she can channel this queen energy whenever she desires. You, like me at my core, I'm not Eva Kaszycki. This is just the physical avatar. This is the creation that I have created to live out my soul's mission, to live out my soul's dreams, to be the version of me that plays in this role. But I am not Eva Kaszycki. And so if I identify solely with Eva Kaszycki, I'm actually giving away my power because I'm limiting myself to the matter, the tiny, tiny, teeny percent of matter, that it's not actually me. I can channel the most badass woman in any second. If someone crosses my boundaries, I'm like, fuck off. And it's not coming from a wound. It's just like, I've worked too hard to protect this frequency. And so being the most powerful person in your reality, it does come down to slowness, stillness. She does not rush. She does not have urgency. She's not trying to hustle her way through life because she realizes that she can collapse time, collapse anything that she desires in any single second. So it is really about you honoring this. Power comes from honoring everything that you built, honoring this creation, honoring your truth, honoring your authenticity, honoring who you came here to be. My peace is my purpose. My peace is my mission. Me being at peace every day is more important to me than anything else. God, Angel, Source, Universe will send me downloads. They'll be like, cool, get this program out to the world, do this. I'm not going to hustle to get a program out to the world. I am going to birth it like a queen. I am not going to rush things. I am not in a hurry. I have discernment. If I read things that tell me I need to be faster or I need to change, I really sit with myself and I'm like, is this for me or not? Because this physical body and your soul's lessons and your soul contract is not like anyone else's on the entire planet. And this is why I always say use discernment. I don't teach people a quote unquote step-by-step strategy because that would never work. It's never going to work. What I do is I channel a frequency so that when you're listening to my message, you're awakening to deeper truths of you because it's a transmission. Because when I speak, it comes from God, from source, from the universe. It doesn't mean I'm perfect. Of course, I have ego just like everyone else. Don't ever put anybody on a pedestal. But when I speak, because I've spent so many years keeping my energy clean, detaching from the ego, detaching from how life needs to be and just letting it be how it is, I no longer have goals. I don't care about what's coming in my life because I've detoxed from every single high performance thing. It's just like I know what's in my soul contract to an extent, and I'm here and I'm being present and I'm just like, God, use my vessel to help people. However it helps people today is totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm not going to look at videos and go, oh my gosh, I didn't get the likes. Like, why would I invest my precious resource, my precious baseline into a 3D reality that I really don't have any control over? All I have control over is keeping my baseline clean, keeping my peace clean, how I turn up every single day. I win no matter what. I'm always winning because that's my baseline, because that's my truth, because that's my field. And because I have that truth, because I'm living a human experience, I've already won. I've won the jackpot by being here. Most people don't make it here. I've made it here. I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm eating, I'm weeing, I'm pooing, I'm dancing, I'm laughing. Like I'm here, I've made it. This is enough. But all of the conditioning is like, oh, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you got to work harder, you're not good enough, yada, 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 yada. What my work really does is bring you back to your baseline, back to like the energetics of when you were a child, when you were just enjoying life, when you were just playing, when you were dancing, when you were having fun, and you were just like, wow, this is heaven on earth. And when you're in this frequency, everything that's meant for you comes in. The money comes in, the holidays come in, the dream partners come in, all the things come in because you're actually just enjoying life. You're not trying. Like my kids manifest things all the time because they're just enjoying their life. They're just like, oh my gosh, I wanted this new toy and this stranger just gave it to me. It's so easy. You play and then the universe celebrates you that way. So becoming powerful isn't about manipulation. It isn't about trying to be better than other people. It is about protecting your sacred frequency. It is about protecting your baseline, your truth, your purity, your natural essence in this world. Every single person has a frequency that nobody else in this entire universe has. And when we meet with a person or two people, the frequencies can entangle or they can dance. If there's someone has a more powerful frequency, that person won't lose themselves to the other person's frequency. The reason that this work is important is because what it actually does is it protects your sacred frequency. When I am in a room with people that are dysregulated or maybe like heavily stuck in lower level patterns, lower level consciousness, alcohol's a big toxic debt. I don't like using the word toxic, but like things like lower level substances, you give a debt, like it's almost like an energetic debt. So if you're drinking alcohol, what you're doing, you get the high from the alcohol, but you're indebted to that energy because what's happening is that you have to pay it back for the next week or the next 2 weeks or the next month because your body isn't recovering from it. So it's looking at how you can protect your frequency, because if you hang out with someone that's a low vibration and you are not holding your power, you're not holding your own, you're not looking after your frequency, that person has access to your frequency and they can, they'll get high off of your frequency. And I've had to learn this by working with energy and, being the light that I am, not letting anyone suck my energy. That's why I'm really potent with the work that I do. I don't check comments anymore. Sometimes I'll see things 1 p.m. Sometimes I'll see things. I love this group. I love you guys. Occasionally I may check YouTube, but I just really like to transmit my work in a really, really beautiful way. I let my team deal with that. I let my team send the things to me so that I don't have to worry too much about what other people are thinking of me. I just get to be the truth, be the light, share what's coming through so I can help as many people as possible. If I'm getting bogged down in like comments and what people are saying about me, it's got nothing to do with me. Like it's not unless you're actually paying me, like you're in an energy exchange with me and we have exchanged on a soul level to come into my world, then I do care, obviously, because you've invited yourself, you've chosen to come into the contract, come into alignment. And it's a very, very different thing because there is an equal energy exchange. If you're creating and you're sharing your truth, sharing your heart, online, there's not an equal energy exchange because those people haven't paid you. So why would you invest a lot of energy into responding to those comments? And before you get stuck with, oh my God, you only care about people that are paying you, it's got nothing to do with money. It's to do with energy and healthy energetic boundaries. And if you're always giving and you're not receiving, like you've always got to look at which way the energy's flowing in your life and how you're protecting your energy and how you're holding it close to home. So this is all the deep work I do in all of my things. I really care about your energetics because at the end of the day, nothing really matters. All that I really hope and desire and want for anyone that ever comes into my world or my clients is that you live the best possible life, that you remember what is for you, and you let go of the heaviness of all the things that are not for you. Because often we get stuck in this isn't for me, this is for me. Most people have goals that are not theirs. I'll say that again. Most people have goals that are not theirs. Most people are like, I want the $1 million year. I want all these things. Those goals aren't your goals. Those goals are conditioning. Your goals could be, I want to run retreats, or I want to build a retreat house here, or I want to go and see the northern lights, or I want to go live in a cabin in the woods. Like the deeper thing is what your soul truly desires, and your soul is going to take you on the most beautiful journey to get there. When you are constantly taking up space in your energy field with physical goals that never came from you, there's no space for what was actually in your soul's contract, what your soul's inheritance is to fully come to you. And so we have to really get good at conditioning, because conditioning can be a tricky thing. We'll think that, oh my gosh, like I've cleared everything. And then you're like, and then I talk to my clients, I'm like, well, what do you want? They're like, well, I want $100,000 months. I'm like, cool, but what do you actually want with $100,000 months? Like what is it that you truly want? What do you desire? Okay, you want freedom. You want to own a private jet. You want all of these incredible things. Amazing. Let's create space in your field so that you can receive those goals. But when we're looking at the energetics of it, creating space in your field so that you can receive all of those beautiful goals really comes down to you knowing yourself, knowing your frequency, knowing your field, knowing and having discernment. Not everybody in your life, like, no one wants to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I really want you to hear this. And use discernment. But something I've learned on my journey is that the waves always strip away what your current fabric of this life is. You will live a million trillion lives in this lifetime. And the friends that you have here won't be the friends that you have here. The house that you have here won't be the house that you have here. The goals and the dreams that are in your soul's contract on this third dimensional reality, there's not a lot of space. It's slow, it's dense. You can really only live in one house at a time. Yes, you can travel, like yes, you can get on an airplane and go from your house in Paris to your house in the Maldives to your house in Bali. Like yes, you can totally do this in a day, but you can only be in one house in every single moment. And when you really understand this, you have to understand that you have to get good at like allowing people to go, allowing things to shift, allowing things to shed. And a really powerful woman knows when it's time to let go of people, because it's your body. Your body knows the second that you meet someone. If you meet someone and it feels off, it's off. Don't try to force it. Don't try to convince yourself. I was talking to a man at my wellness club about this the other day, and he was like, what do you mean? Like you just don't be friends with people if you don't like the feeling in your body? I was like, yep, because that's how clean and clear my discernment is. Now, the truth is I never used to be this way. This is working with the Kundalini frequency. This is the life force energy. Like my ability to have discernment, it comes from a pure place of love, from truth, from knowing that I'm not meant to be on their timeline at this moment and they're not meant to be on my timeline at this moment. And when you are fully integrated and connected to the inner knowing, it becomes really, really, really easy. It becomes really, really effortless. But when you're in really, really heavy cycles of conditioning, of, and I know a lot of people used to come to me back in the day, like 3 years ago when I first moved to Bali, and I could see it so easily in their field. Like there's so many people that they've got people in their lives that they will not be brave enough to leave. And the truth is that when you leave them, you get to start your soul's timeline, not the ego's timeline. And so I can never tell somebody to leave a partner. I can never tell somebody to let go of a friend. But the truth is that you always know. And there's just so many energetic hooks. For a lot of you, it is ancestral trauma. It is ancestral wounds. And that's why it feels so heavy. And that's why the story's so thick. It's like, oh, but I've got this life with them. Oh, but it's past right now. And what you really have to do to become like fully embodied in your power is remember that the only moment that exists is right now in this moment. If right now in this moment you were to meet that person, would they still be in your life? Would you accept them into your life? For most of you, the answer is no. And so are you brave enough to let them go? Are you brave enough to let that life go? If you were born today with everything that you know, would you be living the life that you're living right now? Would you be waking up in the house that you're waking up in? Would you be doing all the things? And this is where we have to get into the psychic cleaning up phase, because in the third dimensional reality, it is dense, and there you have to move house. There's a process in moving house. There's a process in doing things. And for most people, they'd rather just stay stuck. I didn't get to this level of peace, to this level of harmony, to this level of I don't give a shit what people think about me without walking through it. I walked through it again and again and again and again. And this year I have walked through it too, but it's been the most beautiful walking through it I could ever possibly imagine, because this year has been the year where it was just light. It was just truth. I would be crying and there'd be no emotion in my body. It would just be purging. It would just be clearing. I'm like, it's just leaving. It does get to a place where it's so beautiful, where it is a little bit just like a detox. It's like when you go, you fast or you do something with your body and you just let go of it. It doesn't have to be so hard and heavy. And a lot of my clients come to me once they've gone through all of those crazy, crazy, crazy cycles. But I do have some exciting news if you're still here, if you're still hanging out with me. On my couch, there are some I'm not even going to share it fully yet because I've just got the download the other day and I'm in the process of birthing it right now, but my whole business model is changing all over again. That's what I mean. Like when God speaks, I just listen, I just birth, I'm just here to serve. That's really all I am. I'm just here to use my life, my lessons, my evolution as a mirror for you so that you can remember how old, how powerful, how ancient your soul truly is. Remember that there is an era where you're the student and then the student becomes a master. I guide you through that process, that initiation where the student becomes the master and you fully step into your life's work. You fully step into like what activates you, because For me, like the greatest goal and the greatest dream, and it sounds so cliche, and honestly, if I heard myself say this 10 years ago, I would roll my eyes and said, please don't make me that version of me. But the truth is, like, I've already made it. I've already won. I don't care about money. And when I say that, like, I love money. I love the spirit of money, just like I love everything in my reality. I love all the gifts that I'm given, but I don't care about it in the way that we've been programmed and conditioned to. I don't care about it in the way that I'm like obsessive over it, where I have to meet certain targets or I have to get to a certain place. I am just enjoying my life. I get to wake up every single day knowing that life supports me no matter what I choose. I get to wake up every single day knowing that if I'm tired, if I feel a certain way, if I don't want to speak to that person, life will always support me because I am living in my truth, in my authenticity, just being the most authentic version of me every single day. Like right now, I don't have a lot of energy and I'm not trying to put on that I have a lot of energy. I'm just channeling, I'm just speaking, I'm just hanging out with you guys. I don't even know if anyone's watching this because, well, I can't see any comments. So it's a really, really beautiful place when you get to this energy of, I don't give a fuck. I'm just happy to be alive. I am just, it's such an honor. It's such an honor to be alive. And you can tell it makes me teary because I've walked through hell. I felt so many things. And I truly, truly am just so grateful to be alive. And I want that for you so much. I want for you to wake up and have insane amounts of passive income rolling in, like living everything that you could ever possibly imagine, working with your dream clients, having the best health, having the best friends, having the best relationship, having the best sex, having the best of everything. I want all of that for you. But the truth is all of that comes from your baseline, comes from your heart, comes from who you are when it's boring, who you are when nothing's working, who you are when it feels like you're in the in between, when you're in the void. If you can turn up every single day and just be happy to be alive, life will gift you with miracles. Miracles become your baseline. And it just all works out. It works out so beautifully. Like my life is so peaceful right now and I love every facet of it. And I know that this is probably one of the slowest phases of my life and I'm enjoying the hell out of it because I know it's about to speed up really, really quickly. And next year is going to be a lot of flying and a lot of planes and a lot of cities and a lot of speaking on stages, most likely another book, which I can already feel coming through. But if you can't just enjoy this moment now, if you're watching me and you're on your phone as well, or you're doing a million things at once and you're not just being present, then you're missing out on how beautiful life is. Because life truly is this magical dream where everything's so much more spectacular than what it seems. So I love you. I hope you really received this transmission today. I hope you got to experience just the waves of calmness, the waves of peace, the codes of really just being able to come back into your power. If you're new here, definitely check out my You Are Wealth book. If you've been watching me for a while and you want to come hang out in the Elite Energy Hub to do the deep energy work, please come over there because I do not believe that as of next year I will be doing any more live calls. That's the download and the soul guidance I have been getting recently. So I am always riding the waves. I have no idea, but this will be the last 6 months that I'm going to have the 7 hours a month. So if you're really feeling the call, come and hang out. It's wild. Like it seriously is wild. Everyone that signs up, like the testimonials are insane. They're like, Eva, whoa. Like all these clients are coming in, all these things are shifting, everything's moving so beautifully. And I'm like, yes, because you stepped into a whole new timeline. Like my work is so much deeper than what it seems because I have an army of like ancestors and guides and God. And it's just like my work doesn't come from me. I just channel it and it really, really is deep. It is potent. And I really just honor the work that I channel. I really try to be as humble and as in tune as I possibly can. The reason that I work so much on my health and I go to the gym every day and I do ice bath, sauna, steam room, peptides. I do all those things. I don't do it because I have to be the best, like the best avatar in the world. I do it for the prime reason that God put me on this earth for a reason. I want to channel as cleanly as possible for you. I want to change as many people's lives as I possibly can. And I've had to heal so much to get to this point where everything starts shifting for people really, 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 really quickly. But my world really is like a magic carpet ride. Anybody that's ever signed up with me has very crazy experiences. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm crying. Things are shifting really fast. It does move very, very fast. So, anyway, I love you. Thanks for being here. Your path is clear. There's nothing to fear. This is absolutely your year. Just smile and surrender, my dear, because this world is waiting for you. The true, the heart. I feel like your heart's going through a big activation right now, and it's just expanding and it's just exploding. And I invite you to lean into that. I invite you to just allow your heart to open in so many new layers and allow people to see you, because you deserve to be seen, because that's what you came here to do, to be the master. I love you. Big love. Thank you for being here today. If you feel activated from this episode, please leave us a like, please hit the subscribe, and please share whereabouts in the world you're viewing this from, or your biggest takeaway. It's such an honor to serve you today and remind you how powerful you truly are. If you'd like to go deeper and unlock your soul's medicine, and click on the link below. I love you. See you again soon.